Everyone, Ito here and welcome back to another week of this Minecraft series. And this week, we are going to be working here outside on the workshop. And also, I have been doing some in real life work with my own game. So, let's jump right in because it's not like much progress like how we did on recent weeks, like for example with the whole village, but it's still honest work that we need to do. And yeah, we need to sometimes decide if we are going to work more towards the in real life or here in the world of Minecraft, and this was a week for in real life. So let's see what we have done right now. Starting here on the workshop, where as you can see we have done some progress into the exterior building as well. So yeah, here what we have done is a cool design on a roof and kind of a hanging side that is going to be different than the temple because this is going to be the village side. And of course, it's completely different in style and aesthetics, but I really like it. I just totally wind this off over the streams. And yeah, I like it. It's just showcasing two-story building with a little bit of an extra, but I like this idea that it's going to be slanted. And of course, the concept for this is everything is going to chime here, more kind of encase a little bit of a valley thing where the portal is going to be at the center. And I'm really hoping that probably for the next week we are going to be tackling that on because, to be honest, I want to focus more on my game, so that's going to be something simple to work on, but with a lot of work. So yeah, this is what we have done on the outside, and I tried plenty different things. I tried the copper with the different kind of oxidations, with different textures, even the underside, and this was kind of a more tone to my original idea. I tried different things, and in the end I just came with this one. So what I can tell about this is, well, you got birch planks with the sandstone, and then you got the smooth for the lighted parts. And to me, it looks really, really cool because it's just kind of something not so boring in when you are more close side here. But when you are looking at the other part, it's just really kind of a bland and boring because, yeah, that's going to be farther away. So actually, you can pay more attention to this side rather than the other one. And I really like that. And of course, we have been working way more here in the inside, but server is going to restart. I need to sleep. So let me show you what we did on the other side of the week. So for the interior progress that we have made here, we got, well, not so much here, but trust me, it's kind of a more in terms of the design plan. So overall, this is like a small but really honest and powerful step that we need to do. So here we got the first module that how this is going to work more in the logical sense. So we got the first book, of course it's going to be 15 pages because we are going to read the signal from the lectern. And the idea is that you are going to choose the type of weapon that you are going to have. These are kind of pre-made weapons, while you are going to fixating more into the category, the crossbow, the spear, the sword, the big weapons, which are big, massive, badass ones, the mounted weapons, which are intended to be used while you are having a mount, and the bow and the arrow, and the last one of course is the training, which is just a special one. So each one of them is going to tell you which weapon belong to by having sending a specific signal, and then we code that, reading it with a comparator, and of course with the lectern and the different signals. And there are the crafting tables, and every single different station that we got on the second floor are going to be holding different signals powers here. Like for example, this one is the Fletcher because here we got the ammunitions, and all of them I also managed to make it work with the design that we got with this kind of a hanging roof, because you can see now we got the comparator facing into the block, which is kind of a, you can hardly see that, but here is the redstone link with the proper configuration on the underside of the block. So we can hide that, and then we got the cool design, so that required me to move pretty much one more block forward every single lectern. So on the downside, this room is going to feel a little bit more kind of a closed on or claustrophobic. But overall, I think it's not going to be really a problem because I don't intend to extend the walls all the way up, more just like to giving you a way to see how you need to navigate towards the room. So really easy to go from this lectern to the next one and just going clockwise, and then you're going to be building your own weapon in regards to this, just following kind of this proceeding on the structure. So that's kind of the easy part. I just didn't want it to move all the lecterns one more block forward, but trust me, we tried over the stream every single different type of details regarding the design of the under roof or the middle roof. This one didn't work because that would require me to move the half slab or the slab here on the top side of the block instead of on the bottom, so that way I can use a full block here and then breaking this kind of underside design that we have made come, and then also this one is going to be kind of a one more block off on the outside, so you can have this kind of a one more block hanging, but then you need to connect them. So small details, but actually create a huge problem. And I think with what we have so far, it just has been solved. So I'm happy with it. So we added all the different rooms that I needed to place differently, so they are not kind of on the same style together. So that way they don't see like a pattern, but more like they are more carved out organically. So yeah, that's cool. Also, I made the market out of the whole kind of inner side of the roof there. And if you look it from the top side, you can see this kind of a rectangle shape. So yeah, that's cool. And then we are going to have all the brain power into this room down below here, which is going to be the brain for pretty much everything. So yeah, I carved everything. I got a couple of flooding issues here because all of this is water. You can barely see it, but trust me, there's water there, and water floods out your redstone, so no good. But this is kind of how we came out with actually the perfect template for this part. We are reading every single one of the lecterns, and you can see all of them got the proper configuration. And then we are just extracting or subtracting in terms of the comparator, because it's on subtracting mode, which is that one single kind of a power line for all of them. So all of these levers are on power 1. And that's pretty much because on the lectern, we want to have the first page as the introductory one, so you can always read that. And we got design a whole system that hopefully is going to work. I mean, design, but actually more on my head, where we are going to break the lecterns, and we are using deployers to replace the lectern, the book, and the system is going to reset smartly themselves. Making that is going to be a pain, so that's going to be way later on, probably going to be one of the last things that I want to add, because now I want to focus more on the logic, and my future kind of weeks are probably going to be here working on the logic and outside working onto the portal. So we are going to try to be back and forth, and also I need to go vaulting because I'm running out of food and also gold and goodies. So yeah, we need to go into a vault, and I just broke. I broke one. Okay, fixed. And subtracting mode. Good. So what we have here is now you get that this is power 2, because this is subtracting 1, and of course this is receiving a power of 3 there. And that is because we are on the second page the second weapon on the book, which is the spear, which is exactly what we want. So yeah, what we are going to do now, and this is something that I'm going to require more brain power to do, but it's probably going to be some type of what is called a red coder. So we are going to be reading the signal here, and I'm just going to showcase a little bit on what I want to do, not how it's going to work in the end. So right now, this comparator is reading the same one, so I'm just going to extend the lines on that side. And yeah, this one is giving a signal of 2, so we are going to have a signal of 7 pretty much, because we can go from 1 to 7, and then somehow we are going to read these signals out. Okay, like this. And yeah, this is going to be powering, of course, what we want to have here. But also, when we are on the second line, we need to deactivate the first one. So probably here we need to be a little bit more tricky in regards to having some way to remove the power from the first one. For this one, either we are going to use I got a couple of ideas. The original red coders are used with torches. I'm not so sure if I want to use the torches. I'm going to try to compact it. I have made in my own single player world, if you remember, for the accounting of the extra random extensions of time that we got for the randomizers. I did it with pistons, but I'm going to try to make with a new design in between of both of them. But the idea is, since now that we know that we want to read only the second one and not the first one, so we need to have some way to neutralize this line of powering. For this, it's just going to be some type of inverting signal. It's pretty much like a gate that it only when this is getting power is going to be only the last one. Not a big deal, it's just going to be way more work, but yeah, again, a small, quick, shorter, with a lot more of progress. I did more progress in real life with my game, but I'm in the early stages on that, so I'm not going to go deep in that. That's going to be for future videos, so keep it tuned and go on the stream because we are going to be talking way more on that over there. But yeah, short one, have fun, behave, bye bye.